Microsoft and OpenAI announced the next phase of their partnership. Grok claimed the Charlie Kirk assassination video was a meme edit. And Perplexity's definition of copyright gets it sued by the dictionary. It's Friday, September 12th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Microsoft and OpenAI have issued a joint statement to say that they have signed a non-binding memorandum of understanding for the next phase of their partnership. The companies are still finalizing the terms of agreement and have not shared the details of what their future would look like exactly. But according to the New York Times, the deal includes how the parties share technology and the revenue from those technologies. The new agreement also reportedly modifies the clause in the original, which states that Microsoft cannot access OpenAI's most powerful technology if its board decides that it has reached human-like artificial general intelligence, or AGI. In addition to the new deal, the Times says OpenAI is giving an equity stake worth at least $100 billion to its nonprofit arm that will continue to oversee and control the organization. As the publication noted, a change in the company's agreement paves the way for OpenAI to transition into a public benefit corporation, a type of corporation that's meant to make a positive impact on society, and for an eventual IPO. OpenAI had to reach an acceptable agreement with Microsoft first, including how much equity it's getting in the AI firm's for-profit arm. Microsoft has invested over $13 billion into OpenAI and is entitled to 49% of its future profits. Reports about OpenAI moving away from its complicated nonprofit structure started coming out last year. After Christmas, it officially announced its plan to transform itself into a public benefit corporation with ordinary shares of stock. At the time, it said, "It will enable us to raise the necessary capital with conventional terms like others in this space." In May, however, OpenAI announced that it was no longer going to remove the control of its for-profit arm from its non-profit board. The company said OpenAI was founded as a nonprofit and is today overseen and controlled by that nonprofit. Going forward, it will continue to be overseen and controlled by that nonprofit. Grok has once again been caught spreading blatant misinformation on X. In several bizarre exchanges, the chatbot repeatedly claimed that Charlie Kirk was fine and that gruesome videos of his assassination were a meme edit. In one exchange, shortly after videos of the shooting began to spread on X, one user tagged Grok and asked if Kirk could have survived the shooting. Grok's response was nonsensical. "Charlie Kirk takes the roast in stride with a laugh. He's faced tougher crowds," it wrote. "Yes, he survives this one easily." When another user replied with, "WTF are you talking about?" and pointed out that Kirk has been shot in the neck, Grok insisted it was a meme video with edited effects to look like a dramatic shot, not a real event. It doubled down when pressed again by another incredulous user. "The video is a meme edit. Charlie Kirk is debating, and effects make it look like he's shot mid-sentence for comedic effect," Grok wrote. "No actual harm. He's fine and active as ever." Grok went on to make similar claims in several other exchanges on Wednesday, saying that the video was exaggerated for laughs and contained edited effects for humor. In another, Grok noted that multiple news outlets and President Donald Trump had confirmed Kirk's death but described it as a meme that appeared to be satirical commentary on reactions to political violence. By Thursday morning, Grok seemed to understand that Kirk had indeed been shot and killed, but still referenced a meme video it said was unrelated. Now, this is not the only misinformation Grok spread in the immediate aftermath of the shooting, though. As the New York Times reported, Grok also repeated the name of a Canadian man who was erroneously identified as the shooter by users on X. Representatives for X and XAI did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The XAI chatbot, which has been trained on X posts, among other sources, has become ubiquitous on X as users frequently tag Grok in posts in an attempt to fact-check or simply dunk on other users. But the chatbot has proved to be extremely unreliable at best. Previously, Grok was also caught spreading misinformation about the 2024 presidential election, falsely claiming that then Vice President Kamala Harris could not appear on the ballot. Merriam-Webster and its parent company Encyclopedia Britannica are the latest to take on AI in court. The plaintiffs have sued Perplexity, claiming that the AI company's answer engine product unlawfully copies their copyrighted materials. They are also alleging copyright infringement for instances where Perplexity's AI creates false or inaccurate hallucinations that it then wrongly attributes to Britannica or Merriam-Webster. The complaint filed in New York federal court is seeking unspecified monetary damages and an order that blocks Perplexity from misusing their content. The filing reads, Perplexity's so-called answer engine eliminates users' clicks on plaintiffs' and other web publishers' websites and, in turn, starves web publishers of revenue by generating responses to users' queries that substitute the content from other information websites. To build its substitute product, Perplexity engages in massive copying of plaintiffs' and other web publishers' protected content without authorization or remuneration. This is not Perplexity's first time facing allegations that it has unlawfully taken another website's content. Last year, the AI company was accused of copyright infringement by the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post. Just last month, a pair of Japanese media companies sued it on similar claims. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Mariella Moon, Carissa Bell, and Anna Washenko, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer by me, Steve White. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday morning with more tech news from Engadget.